welcome back for part 3 of episode 6 of Atavar Ascension. To catch you up on where we last left off, while Tomer and Persephone continue their search for knowledge in the city library, Gold, Ajax, and Leon return to the Freelance Association headquarters, where Leon and Gold decide to spar a bit to test each other's skills. Their display attracts some attention, and they end up sharing drinks with Harlan, a member of another group of freelancers called Serpentis. Once Persephone and Tomer finish their researching, they meet back up with the rest of the party, who are now several drinks in with their new buddy Harlan, and Harlan seems to take a shine to the party's seductive tiefling. A short while later, the party discusses the information that they found at the docks and plans their next move. Then, when evening rolls around, half the party decides to head back to the Honey Pot Inn, while the other half goes for a night out at the Horny Halfling. And that is where we hop back into the action.
It actually doesn't take you a very long time to notice that there are a couple people here and there that seem to be handing off very small little leather pouches, kind of back and forth. Oh, just seems like, hey, look, that one person over there, I just saw them hand off something.
Pretty standard drug
deals.
deals.
And then they went over there and they did it again, and then you see a couple of those things going on. You also notice that there's several different VIP sections, so that the VIPs can kind of have their, hey, this is my group of VIPs. We've got this one, and then another group here. And you notice in a couple of those, they are partying pretty hard, but not obnoxiously loud. Like, they're keeping to themselves, they're doing their own thing, but they're definitely flinging a lot of coin around to make sure that they are properly entertained. And there are a couple of those in two groups in specific in the VIP lounge. You do notice, look, those two guys on the end there are clearly bodyguards. Same on that one. They're not participating at all. But the rest of those guys, they are. And they're all wearing very sharp, stylish clothing. The kind you would expect from professional businessmen in a medieval setting.
I have a
That's the thing.
mic-related question. So I keep noticing my mic, it's on. It is on.
Yep.
And it's not on there. I turned it to standby for a second and put it back on and went green again, but now it's this. So
Turn it all the way off and back on. Just
like
to
a
make
dead
sure.
battery, maybe?
It could be.
Because I did that it did that for a minute, and then
Yeah.
I came and looked.
Yours is blinking in and out.
Is
Again,
that
it might be battery issues.
Okay.
Yours is blinking in and out, or?
No, yours.
Mine.
Yours was.
What does
Yeah,
that mean?
because like I said,
I said could be battery issues.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
yeah, because it did that a little bit ago, and then it went dark, and I just figured I'd mention that.
That's all good.
Okay.
We'll deal with that in a little bit.
No, I just want to make sure we have audio for
fix it in
doing
post.
things. So yeah.
Yes.
Are
Apologize for all the audio discussions and things that come up with potential alarm noises in the background or this audio off. This is a new system for us. We like the fact that we can use these lapel mics, but we are still learning them and making sure that things are working right. So there could be some talk about it. Apologize for that.
Stop it. Sorry. Are there strippers walking in and out of there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Occasionally, but it seems. How long are you going to spend watching them?
I mean, I'm gonna not make it look like I'm watching them. I'm going to make my rounds as I do.
Okay. So not a very long time keeping your eye on there.
I mean, off and on, but I'm not going out of my way to make it look like I'm watching them. But I'd like to keep my eye in that general vicinity as I make my rounds.
Okay. You do notice that it's not like girls are going into there and out of there of their own free will.
Mm-hmm.
It's some of the girls and
They
sometimes some guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting you two come here or you come here. And then occasionally some of them are like, no, you're out. You're out. That's what you notice. Okay. Now, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. You see two guys that you recognize the armbands that they're wearing. You don't recognize them. But the armbands are clearly ones that you remember from your past. They are sitting kind of off in one corner in the normal people section of the club. And they've got a couple girls that are hanging around them, trying to work them for money. And they're enjoying themselves, but they don't seem to be going overboard. And in fact, how long are you going to watch them, or are you going to approach them?
Watching them the whole freaking time.
Okay. After about 10 minutes, you notice they're really not drinking a lot. You're smart enough to infer it seems like they're trying to keep their senses. They're enjoying themselves, but they are being aware.
I'm going to wait until I leave.
Okay. On that note, let's take a break, and that way I can also check some batteries and stuff like that. So I didn't know.
You had
All right.
2 pairs in hand.
Awesome.
No, that we keep the door open for a minute and cool it out.
No. All right.
It's still early access. It's been years. It's gotten a ton of updates though.
Yeah.
They just added a pesticide
Lights
mechanic.
back on, boys.
Doors open for circulation. Doors is open for circulation.
1,
That's the other
2,
thing.
3. We need 3 of you boys.
Yeah.
Mine's on.
4 and 5 are on.
Happy
and
birthday.
6 is on.
All right, we're good.
Everybody good to go.
Everybody dance now.
All right, so you're just gonna watch these two individuals.
Keep a close eye on them.
Okay. You guys doing anything else?
Well, Ajax said he was going to stick next to me no matter what, so he'll just be with me sitting at a table at a distance just watching him.
Okay. Persephone.
I mean, ideally, I'm trying to see if anyone knows anything, heard anything about how to obtain said evil root. So I guess as I make my rounds towards the shadier people, I'm gonna try to get some.
So you're just gonna try to get some of whatever they've got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
How do you do such exactly?
Oh well. We'll see. I haven't got that far.
Make out with a waitress.
I mean, I'm gonna, casually go up and do my dance until I hopefully attract their attention.
So you're just gonna kind of dance on the floor somewhere nearby? So that
I want to grab their attention, yeah. And I'm gonna do some, I don't know if it's thaumaturgy or prestidigitation, one of the two.
I think it's prestige.
It just depends on what it is I'm trying to do. I'm making my eyes look like they are glowing, but like a sparkly glow, not like a scary glow.
Okay.
Glisten, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I give off a sensory effect, so 2 different spells. Sensory effect for an hour of just like a really, really sweet smelling, like chocolate shop kind of vibe.
Okay. As you're also kind of just dancing.
Yeah.
Out of the two groups, and these are the ones in the VIP section that you're trying to target.
Them or just any of the other shady guys,
Okay.
I'll pass some stuff out.
Okay. I will need a performance check on your little dance.
Okay, cool. Can I convince you to give me persuasion advantage because of my two spells I got going on?
You know what? Why
Oh, fuck you. Well, I have a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Well, good thing you got advantage.
So I'll take my nat 20. It is a 23.
Okay.
Or advantage.
Money. Alright, you're definitely getting noticed.
Damn right I am.
For all the wrong reasons.
I don't care. It's notice.
One of the other girls, human, who is based on the dress, you're pretty sure is obviously a worker here, one of the performers, walks over to you, kind of stops you, puts her hand on your shoulder to get your attention, and kind of turns you towards her, and says, "Excuse me, who the hell are you? You don't work here."
I can't just come to have a little fun.
Yeah, but you're not a dancer.
And dancing means fun, does it not?
Dancing means
I'm pretty sure I'm
getting
dancing
the
right now.
guy's attention and getting money.
Oh, I'm not here for money.
You're taking away our livelihood, girl.
I hand her
Roll for
about
initiative.
15 gold.
15 gold, really?
That's what I said.
Okay. Are you just pulling out 15 gold and giving it to her?
Yeah.
Says, "Oh, I see. You want company." She, before you even say anything, she starts dancing with you
It's fine.
and like up on you.
Alright. I indulge and I do the same.
Okay. Within about 30 seconds, a Goliath steps over towards you guys, stands right in front of you, and says, "You two, this way." And
Is he one of the security guards I saw earlier?
Yes. And without really waiting for you, he turns around and walks back towards the VIP section that's closest to you of the two groups that you saw that you thought were in, kind of in some shady dealings. And then he gets to the kind of raised back platform, turns around and sits back down on the edge. Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay, and as you do, the other girl basically reaches out and grabs your hand and just kind of drags you with her. Like,
I mean, I was
oh,
going.
shit.
I was going too, but yeah.
No, but she's like, "Oh, hey, we got an invite to the VIP." Yeah.
Mhm.
So she's definitely eager to get over there quick.
Mhm.
And then when you approach, he just kind of waves you past the threshold, and you find yourself in an area with a large circular pit-style couch with sunken down a little bit, and a large circular coffee table built into the center. And there are bottles and bottles and bottles of alcohol everywhere, mugs of different kind, sitting all around this table with various amounts of liquid still remaining in them. You definitely see some kind of substances on this table, some laid out, some of those little baggies, a couple, and there are 4 gentlemen that are clearly not the guards. They have a Goliath, and then they have a fairly stocky-looking dwarf sitting on the other side. But these 4 gentlemen have several other ladies in and around them. One's a human male who looks very familiar. Very chiseled jaw, chiseled features.
Is it fucking Harland?
It looks a lot like him.
Oh. A lot like him, or it is him?
Looks a lot like him.
Okay, brothers, understood.
You're not. I mean, it could.
We'll
could
find out.
pass for him.
We'll find out.
I mean, it's very, very simple.
Mm-hmm.
You also see another human, skinnier, definitely a little bit shorter, but not unmuscular. But it's very wiry type muscle.
Do they look like they are a group of adventurers by chance?
You're not sure. I mean, their dress is actually very... It doesn't look roadworthy. It looks very stylish and more upper crust business type.
Is that similar to what Harlan was wearing earlier? Or
No. His was much more roadworthy. I mean, he had on some some quality-looking leather boots, things like that. But
and there are no women who aren't dancers with them.
Actually, one of them you notice now sitting next to the 4th gentleman, because you got 2 others in there. One is actually another Goliath who's taking up a large portion of the couch. And then on the other side of that Goliath is a gnome.
Okay, so
and then sitting next to the gnome, you notice another woman. But based on the dress, you didn't really notice her at first because she kind of blended in and there's so many women around.
That's what females do, yeah.
But based on her attire, she is clearly
patron and not a stripper.
Exactly.
Does she look anything like the girl who kicked his ass?
No.
Okay.
Nope, not at all.
There goes that theory. Alright.
No, and in fact, the one who kicked his ass was human. This woman is at least some elven features to her.
Okay.
You're not... You kind of think maybe full elf, but definitely not a high elf.
Yeah. Okay.
But these 5 now that you see, 4 gentlemen and 1 woman, seem to really be living it up. And all these other women around them are just kind of hangers-on. The Goliath looks as you 2 are waved past by his other Goliath brethren.
So one Goliath guard, 1 Goliath patron.
1 Goliath patron. He basically takes the woman on either side of him. He kind of grabs them by the shoulders, picks them up, and kind of pushes them out and says, "You're done." And then gives you 2 the wave to come over and pats the seats next to him with a big smile on his face.
Yeah.
The other girl, boom, she's sitting right next to him right away.
I'm not going to not do it.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing?
Anything on the table look similar to the root at all? No? Okay.
Not anything that you can see. I mean, there's these little bags of things, but nothing you're sure of.
Okay, well, I shall give him what he's requesting.
Okay. So you sit down next to him and just start kind of...
Yeah, doing the same dancing, kind of playing off the other girl.
Yeah, and she's basically full-on lap dance. So you're just kind of playing along with that.
He's got 2 legs.
Yeah. And they are big legs. He's a big person.
Yeah. There's enough for 2 girls for a lap dance.
Plenty of them. And he's enjoying.
You ready for this? 2.
Okay, yeah.
I ain't see shit.
We're doing
You're,
real good.
it is so loud, the music in here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that a couple of them are talking back and forth.
Mhm.
Specifically, the gnome and the woman are discussing things.
I
The
assume I
other-
don't hear shit, though.
No, you don't. You can see their lips moving,
Yeah.
but that's about it. The other two, the two humans, the one that looks strikingly like Harlan, they're just enjoying the
Yeah,
company.
he doesn't
and-
pay me any mind in
No,
terms of
and
recognizing
they are
me, so
drinking
it's not,
heavily
yeah.
and enjoying, especially the skinnier looking one. Dude's all about the substance on the table, which seems to be some kind of crushed up powdery substance that's a little bit bluish, almost crystalline, and he takes some of that and he puts it underneath his tongue, then just kind of lays back for a little bit, and something you do pick up because it's not hard to miss being as close as you are, because he's right next to the Goliath on one side, is you kind of see for a second his eyes kind of roll up into the back of his head, and when they come back down they kind of flash that same color blue as that crystalline substance, and then he just looks mellow, very, very much just like, oh yeah, I'm in the zone. Not a sponsor.
But we're willing to take some.
But yeah, that's what you get out of this. How long are you going to indulge this temporary line of work?
I mean, I guess for a while, it doesn't seem like no one's going to offer us anything, kind of, not money-wise, on drugs, since we're in
Okay.
the den.
All right. And a few minutes pass. Another song comes on. The band actually stops playing for a moment as the halfling owner that you've seen before the last time you were here once again comes out on stage, thanks the dancers, thanks the band, and brings out a new round of dancers. Again, this time it seems like they switch out back and forth, male to female, female to male, every time. So now it's the guy's turn, and several female patrons in the audience and some men as well are very excited about it. But during that time, there's a lull in the noise. I need you to make another perception check. At advantage this time.
2 ones.
E. 13.
Okay. For the space of a few seconds, closer to maybe 10-15, as the owner is just kind of speaking and saying, hey, thanks to our dancers, here's the next group. You actually catch a little bit of the conversation between the gnome and the elf. You hear, did the shipment go out? Yeah, pretty sure. Anyone notice anything? No, I took care of things. We're in the clear. All right, when are we getting paid? You're always worried about the money. Yeah, that's what I live for. All right. Well, when are we supposed to meet him, at least? Half an hour? Okay. Sounds good. And then the music pick backs up.
Since I assume it's a shift change, that we will, me and the girl will be leaving the den for the shift change.
It's up to you. The other girl seems like she's just, as long as I can stay in the VIP, I'm staying in the VIP. So that's up to you.
Okay. Side question then. Message. If I go to cast that right now, is it very clear that I'm casting that?
Well, let me just double check one little thing. It does require verbal, somatic, and material components. Which means, if you try to cast it, you're basically having to say the magic words to enact it, make the hand gestures, and pull out a piece of copper wire, because that's the material component.
Can I work it into my dance? Copper wire being a necklace of some sort.
Okay.
And there's music playing, so it's not like they can hear what I'm saying anyway.
Because you are working it into your dance, I am going to allow you to make a performance check on this.
Alright.
Because it is noisy, I will give you advantage.
Okay, I'll take it. You said performance?
Yes.
Fuck. 9.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to work it in your dance. It's getting a little bit awkward.
What the hell is she doing?
And as you're trying to finish the last little motions of the spell, the Goliath reaches up and grabs your hand and pulls you over. It's like, that dance sucks. Come on, get closer. And pulls you out, which interrupts your spell.
Okay. Alright. I figured if anything, get mad and kick me out, but alright.
And he basically has grabbed you now. And you're getting pawed.
I'll stay for a couple of minutes and I'll try to make my dancing continuously get shittier so that he kicks me out of the den.
Okay. Yeah. It's not hard to get shitty if you're trying to get shitty.
Cool.
It takes another couple minutes and he gets a little frustrated.
Yeah, he kicks me out.
You get kicked out.
Cool. Perfect. Homer.
So now you cast message.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just realistically I'm gonna find him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're not hard to find. You knew you saw where they kind of went. So.
I come dancing up to you.
Yeah, you guys are still watching.
Dance walking.
You guys are still watching this other table. And they have not moved just yet. They're continuing to do their thing. Just enjoying themselves, but again, not really drinking. Maybe an occasional sip here and there, but they're not into it hard. Persephone shows up.
Alright, I dance up to you and start to give you a lap dance as I explain myself.
This is really hard to concentrate.
Yeah, it's really hard.
To concentrate.
I do my best to describe the two, the gnome and the elf lady, in terms of their meeting in a half hour. Sounds pretty ship related. Might be a good idea to follow them.
You should get the others out of personal business.
I go dance up onto Ajax and do the same thing.
I keep you at arm's distance. I'm good.
Alright. Just about that time.
But we should go,
We should do the following, the thing I suggested.
Okay. Which is?
probably be a good idea to go grab the, but can we make it in 30 minutes? You said half an hour?
Yeah. Well, probably more like 25 minutes now, but yeah, like...
Yeah, I guess we'll have to follow.
Listen.
Message only goes 120 feet. So I assume I cannot reach the honeypot with that. It's a fair assumption.
Yeah, that's like a 45 minute walk.
Yeah.
Now, that's walk. Okay, now, technically,
I could run it, but I'm not gonna.
if you run, if you sprint, basically...
I don't have the endurance for
I
that.
can't sprint that.
Yeah, well, remember, you guys, you are heroes.
He's a big dude, though. He does powerlifting, not
I
cardio.
can't physically sprint like that, but I can guarantee you I could make some rolls on my characters in the past, and they could probably make it.
I mean, I think
I'm also wearing
if
plate
it
gear.
really depended on it, you could physically sprint like that. Like, oh, dire situation.
I'm old, no.
That's not
Okay, so
It is.
how. You got more willpower.
I
Come
give
on.
you guys an inform.
Alright.
where I point out the two and I say we need to follow them. This is our best lead. And
We
then
have a dog man that could run on all fours.
and then I will exit the building,
Okay.
put my cloak back on, so now I look just a little bit different
Okay.
because I have clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you
And
going
then,
nowhere?
in theory, my plan is to
Did I
wait
miss
until
something?
they're out
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and do me a follow.
Okay.
You do
So-
help?
You're basically going to wait for the next 30 minutes. Well,
This is
25
pretty
by now.
important, so make your decision quick.
Go with Persephone. I'll handle this by myself.
All right.
So you head out with Persephone.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are waiting outside.
What's yours? Are you good at sneaking even a little bit?
No.
The
Disadvantage,
paladin
baby.
With, plate, with like heavy
Disadvantage.
Claire, my bad.
I will keep my distance
Okay.
from him.
I will
most
say,
of it.
I've been saying since we're in a group together, I would have told you this at the table. If you wanted to, let him be this lookout at the front of the place while you run and try to get as close as you can to let the spell work, and run back, and he can still find them. If you know that they're going to the docks, might as well just.
I have no idea where they're going. I just know when they're meeting.
Well, if the message is a cantrip,
Well, here's the thing is, with the exception, you took off a little bit early.
Mm-hmm.
All four of you were at the guild in the cafeteria when y'all kind of were like, okay, we're going to head out to the Horny Halfling with Persephone. And these two were like, yeah, we're heading back to the inn. So you know where they're at.
is what I'm saying. If you can run a certain distance and activate the message to wake them up and tell them to run to the dock, run to meet you.
You have to
Don't
make
you
it.
have to have visual sight for message?
I mean, it's only
if you
120
know-
feet.
no,
That'd be
if
like
you
an
know the
extra.
target. Well, no, you have to know the target. The way message works.
I have
this
a
one
very
always-
vague
This one always
description.
screws with people, so
Yeah, I have a very vague description
Yeah, it's-
myself on there.
basically is you point your finger toward a creature within range, so that requires vision, and whisper a message. However, you can cast the spell through solid objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond whatever the barrier is in between. So, like, you could say, okay, I'm going to cast it here. However, here's the problem. Silent spell, obviously, is gonna fuck with that. 1 foot thick of stone, 1 inch thick of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood will block the spell.
Very
So
particular.
if you have, an amount of material up to that meets any
It's
of those
gonna block.
criteria
That would stop
in
it.
between, you'd probably at the very least have to see the honeypot in and be within 120 feet to be able to get it, because then you might be able to, where you're at, you might
Yeah,
not
look to
actually
the
have
window.
3 feet of wood in between, because the wood walls aren't necessarily going to be super.
That's any material, though, as long as it's wood.
So
Or
I'm
anything
not
that's
running.
So you two are waiting outside.
I mean, 120 feet is like what? Not that long of extra of sprinting.
Yeah, 120 feet, like the kitchen.
I don't know about that, but
you two are waiting outside. You are waiting at the table.
I'm watching until they make
Okay. And you're going to wait for basically 25 minutes or so.
For-
I
For
can't
what
make
is-
that run. If you're gonna go grab them, do it now.
I'm not.
Okay, so,
For what it's worth, is there 1 or 2 exits?
well, you know the main entrance.
Uh-huh.
You would remember that the Minotaur said, the workers come in the back. So you assume there's at least a back entrance
Okay.
exit, but you don't know where it is.
Well, being as I have 25 minutes to kill, I'm gonna go find
You're
it.
going to go look for it. Okay.
So I'll do the back entrance if you can keep the front.
I'll just wait here.
And,
Okay.
I'll try to keep message open where I can.
Okay. Tomer. After about 20 minutes, you see a third person enter that also is wearing the same armband. It's not Vic. It's not Vic. But it is someone you do recognize from the group. Okay. This is one of the members of the group. They come, you notice them because they came in through the front. You don't see them until they walk past the area you're seated in over to the table. So once it enters your line of sight, you see them sit down for a little bit and begin to talk to the other two. Then, after a good minute or two, he gets up and he walks over to the VIP section. Walks up to a large Goliath. Goliath waves him through. And you see him goes in there and sits down, and you can kind of see a little bit in there. I mean, it's got a little more privacy than it's not like open completely, but you can see enough into there that you can see, there's plenty of girls in there, and there are, there's another Goliath, there's another dwarf guard, kind of more towards the front. There's a couple other people, and as you're watching, all of the girls are all of a sudden kicked out, with the exception of the elf sitting next to the gnome, who's dressed in fancier attire. And then both guards pull across two large curtains that kind of conceal off the area, and they stand out in front.
And they're not moving, are they? It's just closed off.
Yep. What do you do?
Let's have some fun, shall we?
Okay.
I'm gonna walk outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self. I'm gonna turn myself into Vicus.
Bouncer's
Okay.
watching all this like, what the fuck?
No, I'm outside. And I'm going to... Yeah, I see him outside. I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're right now.
I'm making my way
You-
towards the
well,
back
it's-
area, I assume.
It's been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You probably made your way around
Yeah.
back, so I don't know if you were going to hang out next to Ajax. Or,
That general vicinity. I mean, not next to
So
to,
you
but
would-
up front, yeah.
yeah, you would see Tomer come out and see Ajax walk over. You're just a little ways away, kind of off a little bit.
Oh, hey, bud. You find what you're looking for?
Looks like our paths are crossed.
Oh,
What do you
so
mean?
you are going to help me now.
So the people you're going after are the people that I'm going after.
How convenient.
So, two options. I get the others.
Go get him.
Or
Go get him, boy.
I start some trouble myself. See where they're going.
We should definitely regroup.
We can literally just follow them.
And
I
completely
already
leave out our...
am aware of their plan.
Hold on.
I mean, out of character here, we've been sitting here doing this for a good while without including them at all.
All right.
Yeah, but in character, I'd have no reason to go get them. I don't disagree with you.
My speed doesn't go up even if I go.
I mean, I could try to sprint, but in full plate, it's probably not going to work very well.
I don't want to waste it now. If I waste it now.
You could just sprint normally. Are you in plate gear or anything
no,
super
I'm
heavy?
in medium armor.
You can just run then.
Where am I going to find
You
you?
hear clank, 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 clank as
Where am I
I'm
gonna
running
find
down the
you?
street.
I don't know. I don't know where we're going. That's why I didn't go get them.
Only if hybrid form.
We'll have a way.
Only if hybrid form let me run faster.
Worst case scenario, I'll thunder wave the area.
Jesus Christ.
We'll call that the oh shit button. You'll hear that from across town.
45 minutes walking, correct?
Mm-hmm.
45 minutes walking.
Well,
Yep.
45 minutes from the guild. Granted, we weren't too far from the guild for the horny halfling.
How long would it take me if I bolted it to the
Hold on.
honey pot? Not hybrid form. 'cause
Yeah,
hybrid form
I am figuring that out. Distance-wise, you are approximately 13,000 feet away, basically 2.5 miles. If you
You're in good
You-
shape.
if
You can run a mile in, what, 8
basically,
minutes?
like if you want to look at it as
It's like
your
a
movement
5-minute
speed.
mile for an adventure.
Yeah,
Oh.
as you want to look at movement speed. If you move and spend your action to dash, then that's double your movement speed.
So that's 60.
60. So that means that in 6 seconds you can move basically 216 feet.
You say 216 feet in 6 seconds?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which means, okay, so yeah, so that means that you can move in 1 minute. I'm going to round up and say 2,200. Means you could get there and back in 12 minutes.
All right,
Fucking Usain Bolt over here.
I'm gone. I'm booking it.
Did you not even do your pre-run stretch?
Fuck it, I'm going. I'm saving that for when the fight begins.
Okay.
My hammy.
Oh no!
If only I had stretched like Gold recommended. I'm cramping.
I'm
A full quad.
full.
Why didn't I do my calisthenics?
I'm full horsing it all the way back to the friggin' honey pot.
All right.
Not hybrid form.
Yeah.
Keeping that for
Okay.
What's your movement?
30.
35.
If it was, if
30.
I hope at some point, I don't think that they do this for the Blood Hunter, but for the Lycan class, if you could upgrade your movement speed when you go to Lycan form, but it doesn't do that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can always just play a monk.
Well, don't you also increase your creature size by doing so?
Yeah.
So added weight and everything. It should balance out to the same speed.
All right, so you guys are standing out front.
Mm-hmm.
You take off. 6 minutes later, door bursts in on your. Now, did you guys? How many rooms did you guys have? Did you all share?
We had 4 rooms, but I imagine that we're just.
Percy
chilling.
was.
Yeah, it was like
Percy
they
was
might
just
not have gone
moving
to bed
from-
yet.
I mean, you never even described what we saw in the honeypot, so we basically just got in there.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, you've been
We've
sitting.
been in there, but I'm saying
we ordered dinner.
we haven't like made a decision on
You
what
ordered
to do
second
with
dinner.
that. Yeah.
What about second breakfast?
I think might need new battery on this one.
Yeah.
No, it's like it keeps turning off completely.
Okay.
Switch back.
All right, we'll get you a new battery.
Yeah.
You get the rechargeable Duracells. I won't look Jason up when he buys lumber.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take advantage of Lowe's before I leave.
So good.
All right, so you guys are in the honey pot.
Yep.
And you are just kind of chilling. And there's a decent crowd there.
Love crowds.
Door bursts open. You see
That's a good
Tomer,
It's okay.
like, just kind of like frantically looking around. Takes him a couple seconds. And he notices where you guys are sitting. It's all you.
I'm rushing up to their table.
Okay.
Looking at the both of them. Are they by themselves?
Well, you're
I
not
know it's-
surrounded by
I
women?
know it's. I know it's not. I want to try to do this as like flavor text that it's urgent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna dig technically my claws
Yeah.
into the wood. Let's go now.
Did I piss you off or something?
No.
Let's just come on, Golden.
We
Trust him. Let's
have-
go.
Let's say this. We have
I'm getting
we're
up
looking-
and tossing a few gold on the table. Let's go.
You're tossing it to your witcher.
what we've been looking for. We found tonight. Let's go. We're booking it.
Man, y'all have the worst fucking luck. Alright.
And we're just holding it back.
Okay. You both have movement speeds of 30?
35.
I have 30.
Okay.
Briskly
However,
outrunning
if I
everyone.
attack a town, I don't think that applies now.
Okay, so that was 6 minutes to get there. You probably spent about 30 whole seconds describing that. And then they got up. You head out. It takes another 6 minutes to get back. I need from all three of you Constitution saves.
I love those.
See, and that's why I didn't run.
19. I love those.
19. I love those.
Hey! Bring it back. Hey!
10 flat.
Okay. You suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
That's fine.
Because
You did go both
you
ways.
were hauling ass and you've done twice the distance.
I don't care. It's worth it.
You guys managed to take it off, and actually, for you, Gold, you weren't even going your full speed because otherwise you were outpacing them.
I was only using 10% of my power. How long do the berries from Goodberry last?
24 hours once you cast it, and then they're basically no good after that. They're done. But they only give you one hit point each.
Yeah, it gives me like 3-5.
It gives you a decent amount. I can't remember off the top of my head. Hold on.
It's like a D6 or something, maybe.
Wait. Up to 10.
I'm gonna go ahead and make 10 good berries.
Sounds like a good idea. A very good idea.
Now, I will say this with good berries, because the way I handle healing potions, we've already talked about, it's a bonus action to drink one yourself, but a full action to administer it to someone else who's down, or even if they're not down, because you're trying to force feed someone. Good berries say they take an action to eat one. It takes an action to give one to someone else and force them to eat it. I'm going to say it only takes a bonus action for you to eat it yourself after you have them. Because it just, I mean...
You can do that as part of my movement.
You're popping one in your mouth. That's it.
So we get back to them standing out front, correct?
Yes, they're out front.
2 good
Holy
berries.
shit.
Anybody
2
in or out?
good berries. 2
Oh,
good
nothing
berries.
happened.
Yeah,
Holy
baby.
crap, that was fast.
I don't see you.
No,
Why-
You made
why
good
don't you
time,
see
bud.
me?
Oh, I thought you were out back.
No, I moved way back
Oh.
up front.
2 good berries.
I was like, I gave you
And I eat
chocolate.
this one now.
I'll eat the good berry now.
Does that help with exhaustion?
Probably
No,
not.
No.
I'm just being
What is 1 hit point when I eat it?
Yes.
1 temp hit point. Got it.
No, 1 hit point.
Oh.
It heals 1 hit point.
But what if I'm at max?
Yeah, it won't up your max.
Okay, so then I still have 2 good berries.
Yep, I am
It's-
just making sure
I-
that my boy is fed.
I
Or he
am...
ran.
The nice thing about good berries and what they're really good for is
Big berries.
Oh,
Is your
shit.
mic on?
this person went down, force
Your
one down
mic
their
on?
throat, they get 1 hit point, they're back in the fight. But they might only have 1 hit point, but they're back in the fight.
Battery juice.
Again,
These things probably use up batteries like a motherfucker.
Well, to be fair, we recorded a podcast before this too, and been
Yeah.
going for a couple hours. Did you put brand new batteries when you got them?
yeah, well,
You
if
died
they're the
that
green
fast.
ones, those are what came with them.
Okay,
so I
well
doubt-
that's probably
some
why.
of them have, if they've got these, they're probably good to
Mhm.
go. If they had these, those
Yeah.
were the ones that came with it.
Yeah, that's probably
And
why.
like I had a set that was dead like immediately anyway.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah, I know how to do batteries.
So we're outside waiting for them to come out, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I'll tell the group. I'm gonna tell the group. I'm gonna try something, and you guys just wait here. All right.
Oh, you gonna tell us what your crazy plan is?
Oh, you'll see it. Follow me to the alleyway. I'll go to the alleyway. I'll use disguise self and make myself look like Orel.
I don't know. Really? Interesting. Okay.
If possible.
Let me just double check something.
So, Homer, I assume you know the gnome and the elf in which I described to you earlier?
Nope. But the people that went to go talk to him when you guys left, I got a bone to pick with them.
Okay.
Ooh, I like picking bones.
I want to pick their
So-
skulls out
Okay.
of my teeth.
To fill you boys in,
Out of my arrows, anyway.
there's a gnome and an elf. Elf lady, gnome male. And they are waiting to go get a shipment. Or payment for the shipment. Sounds pretty root related. So I was just going to follow them. They have a meeting in about 30 minutes.
Well, until
Well,
we
from
figure out
about
that's
30
exactly
minutes
for
ago.
the route, I don't want us taking any drastic action.
I
okay?
was not going to do any murder unless necessary.
Oh, no,
I
no.
was going to follow.
They've stained their hands in blood. Once we figure out it's root related, save one.
I'm killing everybody I see.
Save one.
One.
I don't care who. Save one.
I know.
Preferably someone who knows something.
I know which one.
Then save that person. Batter him up a bit.
How about if he misses an arm and a leg? Does that count?
As long as he lives.
That's fine with me.
Leon is no.
Just remember, you can only take so many pieces off before they stop being able to give you information, though.
Oh, they'll be able to talk. I'll make sure.
What happened with that child is unforgivable. We're going to make sure they pay.
That's right.
What the?
Justice.
The root, the kid, that whole family.
I don't think that's
whole
what his
town?
bullshit's about, but
It's
yeah.
turning into
Well, it's
that.
tied to it. That's the only reason I care about what happened. I don't know what happened to this boy.
No one knows what
I
happened.
don't know
to
why
him.
Tomer is scarred. He hasn't told me shit. All I know is there's a little girl's family who is dead because of the people who we are hunting down at the moment.
We got a bone to pick with them.
I got some bones to break.
Alright, let's see here. Okay, good to know that. Okay, so what is your plan?
So we're gonna go to the corner of the place, just so we can still see if they come out or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a little bit. It's gonna be tough for these words to come out. Listen, that group. Remember that group we were standing by? The ones with the R bands we were looking at?
Yes.
Nope.
The Jews?
No. So, when we were inside, some old crewmates of mine
Oh, I hate that word.
are dealing with the group that Percy over here got involved in.
They don't know what I look like, do they?
I'll describe what the armband is from my. So it would be.
I'm pretty sure he's disguised as one of them, right?
No. This is before I disguise myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it looks like this.
it's I'll take out my old tattered one.
Yeah.
That I keep on me, and I'll show them. It's a red cloth with a symbol of a dragon head on it and a ship, like coming out of the mouth. This is how I got where I am.
It's a shit-breathing dragon.
Oh, I'm pretty
assume
good at
we're
reading lips
not
if you want me to go in there and keep an eye on them.
No, we're no longer.
I'm good at training.
Basically, they took the only father I had from me. Now they're all gonna die. No one's getting in my way.
Understandable. Except one of them is going to have to live.
Momentarily.
Fine. I get slits through.
Either way.
Stand in the
They're
way of
still
you.
in that building, right?
Yeah, you're coming with me.
They're like
And-
long gone at this point.
and-
You're going to disguise self?
So when I'm there, I'll disguise myself as Orel, and I will say, "This is what my adopted father looked like." See if I can get a reaction out of him.
Well, I'm going to go in ahead of time and keep my distance, since I can just read lips.
We'll meet at the bar.
Alright, I'm going into the horny halfling.
I'm going to continue waiting outside just to see if anyone makes a
Oh
break
yeah,
for it.
I'm also waiting on the outside.
What would you have me do, Gold?
Get to the roof.
We all sneaky.
Like what he said. We all sneaky get to the roof. Alright, so the roof of the horny halfling?
Yes.
Can I attempt to stealthily climb the roof?
Can I do one of those things where
Oh,
I give him my
silent.
hands
Really
to like
stealthy.
step on my hands and like help him get up?
Yeah.
Ali?
Hold on 1 second.
Cheerleader
Go on.
moves.
I'll just pick them both up as she holds him. I just pick up Persephone and him.
Okay. Alright. So, exactly what are you trying to do? You're trying to get on the roof?
I am not going on the roof. That
You're
is-
trying to help.
He's going
I'm
on the
helping
roof.
him on the
You
roof.
are going on the roof. Okay.
What would you have me roll?
Well, you're going to get advantage because Persephone's assisting you.
Let's go.
You will need to do a strength athletics check.
Just throw him.
Alright, that'll be a flat roll.
We need a halfling in the party just for you to throw.
That's either a 5 or a 1.
Or a goblin.
What's your total of that 5?
5 instead of a flat roll. This is why I have acrobatics,
Not athletics.
not
Yeah.
athletics. We got an 8 in strength, baby. We stay winning,
But not at climbing.
but not at climbing.
I only put my strength at 12 because it's one of my saving throws.
Okay. So you are sitting there, or standing there, trying to use Persephone's hands to get up onto the roof. You give him a boost, and you kind of, and you.
To be fair, I did say I would help as well.
Well, you
Another
can only
game,
get one
it's not like
advantage.
triple advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's right. If all it is just getting advantage. then
Yeah.
never mind.
You and Ajax is there, and Ajax actually kind of launches you up a bit.
Just fucking
You
hit
go
my
to
head.
grab on to the ledge
Mhm.
to pull yourself up. Your hands grip and then slip off.
Oh boy!
And you fall flat on your back.
Reflex to catch.
Concussion.
Damn. Take 6 points of
I
bludgeoning
knew
damage.
it.
Can I attempt a reflex to catch him?
I'll give you a dexterity.
It's not a good check.
I'll give you
It's
a
not a good check,
dexterity
but I'll
save
try
to
it.
have the damage.
Dexterity save, Dana.
I see him falling and I'd like to step out of the way.
Golden chuckles under his breath.
Ooh, that is a 20 total.
Oh yeah. So you only
Wait,
take
no,
20.
hang on. I think that's actually a -1, so it's an 18.
It's good enough. You manage to have the damage by kind of catching his shoulder so he doesn't hit his head, but his ass slams into the ground hard. Your tailbone is sore as hell.
Well, thank you so much for helping me there. That
No
was 6
problem.
damage.
Okay, Leon, new plan.
Yes, agreed.
New plan, look for a ladder.
No, I had a different idea in mind. I already looked the part. I might as well play into it. Well, so I figure we would hang out in an alley, as you do. If and when someone walks by, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Who walks by here?
You're in the wrong territory.
The switchblade comb.
So I would like specifically for me and Leon to be in said alley.
Okay.
If Ajax, if you want to kind of hang out by the front,
Yeah, I
might
was
not be a
just
bad
gonna
idea.
watch the door.
All right.
Your dad come to me.
So
on
based
my
on
father's
what
wedding.
you're describing,
Mhm.
who is going to be stealthing it and who is not?
Stealth.
I figured, but I wanted to
Kinda.
clarify.
I'm kinda because I have a plan.
So you're just kind of hanging out front, being like, "Yep, I'm just standing here minding my own business."
Yep.
Okay.
Loitering like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You need a
Hoping to
roll?
pick up some chicks on the
Yes,
way
I'll
out.
need
No.
both of you to roll
I-
your stealth checks.
Don't roll yet.
Okay. I'm just doing the funny hand motion.
Yeah.
If someone comes out,
Representation size.
I'm going to grab him and furiously make out with them so it looks like we're about to hook up in the corner and pay us no mind.
Okay, but you still roll stealth checks.
I know, I was hoping
Yeah.
we'd maybe get advantage or something.
No, that is something
Mission.
completely different. Okay.
They don't even see you making out with him.
Stealth or
You're
the
fucking
fuck.
the wall.
Wow, 10. Okay.
All right. So 22 and 10. However, I'm going to stop for a moment, right at this point.
Yeah.
Persephone?
Yeah.
I'm giving you a point of inspiration
I'll take it.
for what you have been doing this game so far. I'm also going to give you a point of inspiration for your character's behavior and reactions towards what's just been happening.
The one thing I forgot to transfer over on my new sheet.
Yay, Tomer and Persephone.
Good job.
Good job.
Now I have 2.
Okay.
2 game.
All
You
right.
guys are banished.
Getting back into it. So you two are stealth. You're standing out front, trying to look just. I'm just a dude here. So what exactly are you doing to kind of blend in as
Nothing. Not blending in.
no, I mean like
Loitering.
to look nonchalant, or
I'm just standing there, arms crossed, kind of keeping an eye on the door. Someone walks up and asks me what I'm doing, just like waiting.
okay, fair enough.
My girl's in there.
No.
Okay, what about you, Gold?
I'm walking straight to the bar.
Tomer?
I'm waiting until after he goes through and going in dressed as Orel.
Oral. Yep.
I'm walking in.
Fucking Oral B.
I'm gonna see if I can get the eye contact from the two people at the table. See if they get any reaction, and then I'm gonna head to the bar.
Well, now everyone's hitting, and I thought the goal was to wait outside for them to leave.
No, he's gonna help me get some more
I'm trying
information.
to get information because I can read lips, and he's going to stir up some trouble.
So,
Well, should I not go with him then?
You wouldn't know who I was. I'm in disguise, so.
I mean, did you not disguise near us?
Yeah, but what I was
You
trying to do.
literally did it in front of us, though.
What
so we
I'm
know who
trying
you
to
are.
do is say that this person would never meet any of you, and he's technically dead. So he's not
I can
supposed
disguise self too.
to- Then who do you want to dress up?
Anyone.
A pretty princess.
Halloween party it is.
Shit, can you disguise self on me?
I'll just keep waiting outside.
No.
Disguise.
No.
Self.
You disguise yourself as me.
It's actually not a bad plan.
Fair enough. I'm going to use my disguise self and disguise myself as Tomer.
okay,
And he's walking in with me.
okay. I'm liking where this is going.
This sounds like it could be funny.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'll buy you a keg after this.
I'm holding you to that.
That's fine with me.
All I heard is Ajax is going to get fucking stabbed.
So you're going in first. Not a problem. You get in there. You pay the cover charge to the Minotaur. Opens the door, loud as fuck. You go around. You find the bar. You sit down.
I'm going to order a gin and tonic.
Okay. Bartender gets you one.
King. And then I saw those armbands, so I'm scanning the room right now,
Okay.
looking for those armbands.
Yeah, with your passive perception, you know what you're looking for. It takes you a little bit to scan the entire room, maybe a couple minutes. But you finally see them, and boom, you zero in.
I'm just going to be reading lips, trying to make out conversation this whole time.
Okay. While you're sitting there looking at that, you don't see a lot of talk between them. What you do pick up is mostly things that they're saying to some of the girls that are providing them attention. Like, oh yeah, maybe in a little bit, yeah, just, I'm busy right now, but you can keep me company, stuff like that, nothing major.
They're horny, I get it.
Yeah. How long are you guys waiting before you two go?
So after I'll just say we'll go in like a minute later.
Huh?
And then we'll walk in. Yeah, cover church. Yeah, got it. Sure.
Ajax. As you get up there, the bouncer goes, "You just left a minute ago. You already paid. You go on
Thanks.
I'll flick him a gold.
in." Alright,
I nod my head and keep walking.
okay.
How long does this guy's self last?
1 hour.
Convenient. This is a 2-hour conversation.
You both
No.
make your way in.
Hour and
I'm gonna tell Ajax to go sit like a seat or two away from Gold and just save me a spot. I'm gonna make my way around to the front of their table, casually, make eye contacts with both of them. I'm gonna show off the armband that's on mine and just walk to the bar.
They'd recognize Tomer, wouldn't they?
If they were looking at him, yeah.
That's why I said go to the bar first, so we
All right.
can split their eyes and gaze.
I will
It
head to
depends
the
on
bar.
if they're looking that way or not.
Fair enough.
I mean, one of them you can't read their lips at all because they're, face deep in staring at boobs. So
Nice.
Understandable.
They're like, I ain't paying attention. So, it's like if they happen to be looking that way or paying attention like that, then maybe they'll notice you right first. Who knows? So as you two walk in, Gold, you clock them coming in. It's very crowded and busy in here. So it is a little bit of distraction going on. Not everyone gets noticed right away. You head to the bar and sit a couple seats down from Gold. You begin to make your way, Tomer, around towards that back corner that these guys are kind of sitting in. And then cross in front of their table, look at them with your armband prominently displayed. Alright, give me a perception check.
12 flat.
Okay. Even with the flashing different colors of light, one of them doesn't notice you because he's still
Talking to the girl.
He's occupied. The other one, his face goes white as a sheet.
Do I see his face go white?
Oh yeah, I mean you notice it. That's what
I'm gonna look at him and just have a big toothy grin, and then I'm gonna walk to the bar.
Okay.
And sit away from them too.
And he is just like watching you, and you're sitting away from them too.
Yeah. So say if there's like, I don't know how many seats are at the bar, so I would assume it'd be Gold.
There's a good 12 to 15.
So it'd be like Gold 2 seats away is Ajax is me, and then I would sit 4 seats away.
As he sees you sit down, Gold, you notice him also clock Ajax looking like Tomer. And his arm goes out and he like punches the other dude in the shoulder. He's like, boom, boom. And you're hearing his, you're reading his lips. You pick up. Hey, what the? Did you not see that? What? Look. He points right towards them. And the other one says, oh shit. We gotta tell the boss. You keep an eye on him. I'll go get him. He's like, you gotta be careful. If you interrupt that shit, you're gonna get fucked up. This is important. All right, man. Just, I'll keep an eye on him. The one that noticed you first, he gets up, walks over towards the VIP area.
As he gets up, I walk over to Tomer and tell him what's happening.
Oh, you mean Oreo?
They're grabbing the boss.
Let's go have some fun. So does the
No. Act like nothing's happening.
Oh,
They'll come to you.
Do you share that
Then
with
we'll
me
leave.
as well?
No. The moment the boss comes out, start walking out the door.
That's
Make him come to our territory.
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm gonna eat my 2 good berries real quick.
Shit's about to get clapped.
Is that cool?
I tell you the same
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
I really
now I
play it.
only have 1 missing each.
I can kiss you the other one if you want.
Come here, babe.
Can you chew it for you?
There's no need for a distraction yet.
Well, then there's no need for a good berry, is
Want me to wait
there?
by the door?
I'm hungry.
No, you can hang out with us. In fact, it'd probably be best if you followed them rather than come with us. Or no. You go with Tomer out the door. I'm gonna follow behind you guys.
Yeah, so
The moment we get out, if they're
Head to
still
the door.
following us, we're gonna go around the corner, and we're gonna
mug them.
We're gonna drop disguise self and just see what happens. And we have backup in that. We're gonna lead him to the same.
Why not keep up the disguise?
let's
I wanna
stay
see the
on.
fear in his eyes myself.
A second Tomer, I'll just stay.
2 versus 1.
No, but I'll be behind them rather than behind you.
That's the end of part 3 for this episode. Tune in for part 4 next week.